this is the photo that's doing the rounds.
Yeah.
And really, your property, doesn't matter if it's 100,000 or 10 million, your property deserves better representation. Hi, Sean here from Cloud9 Spain. With me, I have Darren. Thanks for coming along.
Well, it's a pleasure. It's been a while.
It has been so long. And today, we're going to start a new little feature. If it proves popular, we'll do it on a regular basis, probably looking at once a month. I love having a look at a dodgy real estate photo.
What were you going to say?
I know. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
That's another one.
Well, I think you're really particular because obviously Cloud9, we have standards. We always like to standards.
Right.
And when you see things that aren't quite right, you kind of think, oh, that's not quite right. And there's reasons why it's so important, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think, look, we're not here to catch anyone out or criticise anyone. Well, maybe. But it's also just what we're going to show you. We're going to show you some pictures of properties that are on our shared database. So all the agents can see these. They get shared to websites. So this is what clients see. And the photos that we've picked over the last few weeks, having a bit of a giggle as we do so, these are the lead photos for these properties. So this is the shop window for this property. And this is the first photo you're going to see of this property.
Yeah.
Normally, clients make up their mind whether they want to go and see it or have more information about it on that first photo. And this is what these photos we're going to show you are photos that agents have specifically said, oh, that's a great one to show this property off.
Or maybe not, or just shove some photos.
Or they just shoved it on and not realise what they're doing. I don't know, but either way, we like to. I'm not sort of blowing smoke up, but we like to showcase a property in a certain way, and we understand that what agents print off at another end and what clients see on screen. Normally, it's the first 5 photos that are key. So you want to tell the story of the property in those first 5 photos, and the first photo should be the halo shot. It should be the one that people go, wow.
Yeah, I want to see more.
I want to see more, absolutely. And look, we'll let you make your own mind up on whether you would want to see more of this little collection.
Yeah. So,
go on.
When they go horribly wrong, let's have a look at the first one here.
But some people might think this is perfectly acceptable.
Well, I mean, look.
Should we call it something? Should we call it the terrace with no view allowed?
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing here. The whole aspect is wrong. And we can see here, is it a bad... I mean, I can see what's going on. It's not dark. It's bright enough, almost.
Too bright, which is why they've got the blind down.
I know. But the whole point of a terrace, what would you say?
To feel that you're part of the outdoors.
Yeah.
You've got some sort of view. Now, maybe that's masking a view, you see.
It could be. Or it could be the fact that an agent hasn't taken time and thought about this shot, hasn't got maybe even a photographer out, which, of course, we do. But I thought, do you know what? That looks an effort to pull up that blind. And I haven't really got 2 minutes to do that. So
Also, it looks extremely narrow. Now, I suspect it is quite a narrow terrace, but
yeah,
just that chair just looks lonely.
I know. That's not a bad... there's worse to come, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, should we go on to the next one?
Let's go on to the next one.
Ooh. Okay, it looks a bit... It's like a prison yard, isn't it?
It is. What is
it? Well, it's a lovely table and chairs, but...
We're not selling the table and chairs. The angle's wrong. I think for me it's important when we're doing shots of terraces to capture the space, the views, and the angle. Now that is a down shot on some chairs, which we're not really buying the chairs, are we?
No, and only part of it seems to be covered with little cushions and things. I don't know. Again, would you want to... the question is, that is the lead photo, so that is what you see. Would you want to go and see that property? Yeah. This one, it's not so bad. It's a picture of a garden, but it's not taken with any sort of wide angle or any thought about, what people are taking in. There's no concept of how big or attractive the house is.
I've got a feeling I just want to see what's slightly above that.
You got a feeling it's your house?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I've got a swimming pool that looks like that. Could be that. But no, I just want to see more of the shot.
Well, in that case, would you want to see more photos, though? So maybe this is a genius move from the agent. Maybe they're thinking, put that up, and then people are going to scroll through them all. Because it's just, you don't know what you're getting.
No, I don't think so. Okay. All right.
Oh, another one.
Another. So we're kind of looking at the exterior shots at the moment. But again, these are lead shots. So I think for a lead shot, quite often, unless you've got an amazing shot of a room, a feature, it's often better to get the property because the property's the star of the show.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of lead shots, which are terraces or whatever, which indicates that perhaps these are mid-level apartments or whatever. They haven't been able to get the outdoor of the building or whatever, the exterior. But again, this one here, we're just, it's like...
There's got to be a better shot
There
of that
has to be,
property.
yeah.
Now, we accept that sometimes the building you're photographing isn't great. It can be ugly, it can be downtrodden, it can be dirty. So you want to have that different kind of photo. But is this the best photo, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the one that's highlighting and advertising that property.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's just the wrong day, isn't it? It's just a wet day. You don't take photos on a wet day.
Not on the Costa del Sol. You know, I mean, I actually like it when it rains here. It's great, but not for selling the dream or,
Because the terrace is quite nice. It's lovely. It's got a lovely view, I think.
Actually, but that's a very good point there. A grey sky isn't the Costa del Sol.
How many times do we postpone photo shoots?
All the time.
Even if it's just a bit hazy. The sun's out, it's lovely, but the sky's a bit too white.
Yeah,
not blue.
exactly.
I mean, this is grey sky, wet.
That with blue sky, all right, we would get away with that, I think.
definitely.
Because you've got some flowers out there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, this is hilarious. What on earth? Why? This is a lead shot as well. What is that? What
It's
is
showing
it?
it's got a lift. But what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? It's a nice lift. Got a bit of a red light thing going on there. That's a bit worrying. But yeah, that is not. That's got to be, again, what are you doing? And look, there's a little bit of a lesson to be learned here, isn't there? We're not, as I say, we're not naming names or anything like that. We're not in that, in it for that. But owners, if this is your property, you probably wouldn't know if it's your property or not. But this is the photo that's doing the rounds.
Yeah.
And really, your property, doesn't matter if it's 100,000 or 10 million, your property deserves better representation than this.
Yeah, I think it's important to say, hey, we've got a elevator here, we've got a lift or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great, but not a lead shot, and that's either a bit of laziness. I'll just put the photos out and don't care, or it's it just doesn't kind of sync up really. But there we go. Interesting. Another terrace shot. We're on the terrace shots at the moment, and we'll move on to the others.
I can see what's happened here. So the photographer or whoever it is, probably the owner, has taken these photos, or the agent with an iPhone, has gone onto the terrace. The sun's coming in because they've chosen the wrong time of day to take the photos, and they've put the blinds down to shield that sun, and that's the result. An enormous table.
Yeah.
And a little bit of, is that golf course? Looks like golf course.
Could have been a better shot. Certainly could have
I
been.
think it could have been.
This is
another
I love
one.
this shot. This is great, isn't it?
Earth is happening there. It's like a building site. They've got I mean, they should have just tidied up the space, shouldn't they?
I mean, put the ladder away.
Put the ladder away, put the bucket of paint away.
Yeah.
Again, just not going that extra mile. And sometimes you have to. Sometimes you go into a property and it's clean and it's lovely, but it's full of personal effects. And people looking at photographs of a property don't want to see a picture of the owners or a picture of their dog or their horse on the wall. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of tidying up and put the washing away that they've got on the line from last time they were here and all that sort of stuff.
That would probably be a minute job, just to push all of those bits behind you.
Yeah, and that's all it is.
That's all it is, yeah. And we've done that before. We've had to do that before in certain situations.
Yeah.
Again, it's just having a little bit more time, a little bit of attention.
Shall I arrange a viewing for you on that one?
Yeah. Oh.
This is the one I found the other day. It's just a little bit wonky, isn't it?
Well, it is.
That kitchen, people might love that kitchen. It's not the kitchen for me, but fundamentally, it's not a bad kitchen, but
It's not selling it, is it?
It's
Again,
just a bit wonky.
little bit of clutter. It's a bit wonky, and also we need to get. It's better to have a lower position on the shot for the angles because we need to feel like
is it about
we're going
chest
in there.
height or?
It is. Believe it or not. I mean, when I've been with our photographers, I've noticed them crouching down and getting lower because you want to feel like you're entering the room and you can see the whole aspect of it. Now, naturally, we know that as you walk in a room, you're not going to be chest height or whatever, but when we have a photo like that, it's putting more into the picture. We're getting the angles right as well. And quite often, when you do a wide, we do lose that straight edges. So what we do is that we do straighten the edges in the post-edit. Again, that's attention to detail.
Using wide angle, which obviously hasn't been done here, using wide angle is not cheating, because that's what we see with our eyes.
Well, the thing is, it kind of used to be in the old days where we had the big fish eye, and you see that big panoramic shot, and you go, hang on a minute, that looks so distorted. But nowadays, the way technology is, the way we look at the internet, the way we look at video and photos, we're used to having a wider image. But back when TV screens were 4:3, we were trained to look at a square box. Now we're trained to look at wide. But as you quite rightly said, when you walk in a room, I've got that field of vision is wide.
You've got eyes like a lizard, haven't you?
A lizard?
Each side of the face.
Yeah, absolutely. But now as I'm looking, I can see everything, and that's what we want to see as much as possible. We don't want it too wide so it distorts. We don't want the fish eye, the fish bowl thing, whatever you want to call it.
And really, there's no excuse these days, because all iPhones have a wide angle button. You know, you can go zoom, you can go wide angle, you can go normal. So really, if a real estate photo is taking shots of a property and the owner's happy with it, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But come on, you know, a real estate agent should be equipping themselves with at least an iPhone with a wide angle.
Yeah, or equivalent. Yeah, I mean the Samsungs are brilliant as well, aren't they, at the moment for doing that? Yeah, of course. There shouldn't be any excuse if you can't have a budget, if you haven't got a budget for a photographer, or you're doing maybe a smaller budget property or whatever price, you can use an iPhone, but it's just doing it properly, isn't it? Really, personally. Okay.
It just looks a bit.
It's sad, isn't it?
It's a bit sad. It's a bit like, I know what I'll do. I'll get the sofa in, the dining room table. Oh, that's another room through there, and a little bit of the window.
I think this is an error. I think they've cropped this.
Okay.
It could have been a wide, but the fact is that that's on the internet as a crop. So again, you might have got a great shot of the dining, of the terrace, of the sofa, but actually the end result isn't working. So they may have had that originally.
And bear in mind, all of these properties we're talking about hundreds of thousands of euros. We're not talking about anything that's 50,000. You know, no, these are all properties for sale on the Costa del Sol, and the average, I think, is about 300,000, 400,000 euros.
Right. Wow.
Not all of them, but you know, some of these are.
Yeah. And I think in this day and age, regardless, I mean, we do a lot of villas sort of over the 2, 3, 4 million, or so, you know, around about the million as well. And they need that. You've got to have that. But I would say any property now going on the internet should have the bare minimum.
But that's where people start their search, isn't it? Yeah. So that is your shop window now. Oh, okay. I think this is my favourite. I think this is my ultimate favourite horror shots.
Oh, but it's sad.
Where do you start?
It's just sad, isn't it?
I mean, it's obviously a slightly wider angle shot because the toilet's been little bidet.
Great. Okay, good for that. Yeah. So we got
what's behind the curtain, Darren?
I don't know. Could be any. Could be a dead body or something. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? What's that in the? We've got something hanging up in the corner as well. That's
a dodgy dressing gown.
I think it's that, or a dirty towel or something like that. And there's a little carpet rug that could have been cleaned. That needs a clean. That's dirty.
This photo, I think, is one of those that has slipped in, and it's actually genius, because I want to go and see this property. I want to see what's behind that curtain.
Yeah, but that's your weird way. Oh no!
It's a bit like, is it The Shining?
It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's move on from there. This is confusing. Actually, this could be genius.
Do you reckon?
If I put that on a canvas or in a gallery, I could look at that and think,
what's the meaning?
Abstract?
What's the meaning?
Yeah, what's the meaning behind this? We got the shadow and the blue sky.
It's just a bit grubby, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
a bit grubby. Could do with a sweep.
Yeah.
Again, these are first photos.
Yeah. And we got somebody in the shot as well. Oh, no, this is great.
This is the last one. Oh, I'm just beginning to enjoy myself. Yeah, what on earth? I mean, if you're scrolling through some, lovely photographs, properties on the Costa del Sol, here's a swimming pool. Oh, that looks lovely. Oh, what a lovely view. And this.
Yeah, this happens a lot, obviously, with mirrors, because quite often you've probably seen it as well, where there's a nice-looking bathroom, but they've taken a photo of the bathroom. They've got the reflection of them in the mirror, taking the photo.
We've all done it.
Yeah, but there are ways about that. You crouch down, you get the right angle, you pop it up, and you're out of shot. it's kind of common sense in a way, isn't it?
This isn't even a reflection of the person who's taking the photo.
I don't know what I'm buying there. What am I buying? The wardrobe? Or the bed? Or the house? I don't know. Or the guy? Is he real? I don't know.
Oh. So let us know. Are these genius?
Yeah.
In that you just think, I mean, look, we're talking about them. They're getting publicity. I bet we get people saying, oh, send us details about the shot of the bloke in the mirrors. Maybe we won't. But yeah, genius or just terrible. In this day and age, should owners be allowing their properties to be photographed like this? I mean, very often we get owners coming to us saying, oh, here's the photos. We've taken them ourselves. And you go, great, thank you. And you get them back. You look at them on your laptop and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah, I think it's important. With Cloud9 now, we're doing more and more of the listings, aren't we? And it's great. We love doing those, and we spend a long time doing it. We've got some of the best photographers on the coast. We do aerial shots with a drone, subject to permission, of course, and we do video content. But ultimately, it's capturing and telling the story of the property, and it's so important to get right, and so important to get views. So important to get the aspect of the room itself and the selling points. And if you don't capture that, it's not doing anyone any favours, is it?
Absolutely. So there you go. A little bit of fun. We're not here to, as I say, name any names. Maybe people are very happy with this, and agents are happy, and owners are happy. Who knows? We think it's slightly farcical. But who wants to be included next month? That's the challenge, isn't it? Which ones are we going to find in the next few weeks?
I reckon, let's put it out. So if you're thinking, I've seen some even better shots than that, what about sharing them with us? And we'll share them with you as well. And keep the comments coming in on the socials and on the comment box as well. It's always nice to hear everyone's views, isn't it?
Absolutely. All right, we need to get on with some proper work now.
Yeah, absolutely. So keep watching. Till the next time, from Sean and myself, it's bye for now.